Alright, and welcome back everybody for our Rifle Spear playthrough part 4. I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays. This is my playthrough channel. It's a sister channel to FoxeoGames, my primary channel, where I have all the best content on YouTube. Better than all the rest. Better than Epic Name, bro. I'm just kidding, guys. No one's better than him. He's the best at everything. I'm just kidding about that, too. I'm just exaggerating about everything right now. Everyone's good in their own way and bad in their own way. Alright, so we took care of both of the hunters up here, the one that was harassing us, and additionally we took care of the one that was over right here. Now this does open up a very quick way to get from here to there and there to here, just like this little shortcut we took here, so we don't have to get shot at anymore. Unfortunately, I'm trying to think of how to, finally proceed through the entirety of the area. If I remember correctly, it's somewhere through here. Let's find out. Shall we, guys? Shall we, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Let's go ahead and hop down. Oh yeah, I unlocked something down there, didn't I? Maybe? Maybe not. Hop down. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you and your red eyeballs. Hop down here. Pick up the cold blue dew. That's a fun phrase. Code blue dew. Cold blood dew. I can say it eventually. Alright, it's getting real loud in here. Let's see here. Let me make sure I have my volume set right for headphone usage. I do. Okay. For those that don't know, I'm going to show you something kind of crazy for just a minute. Yeah, see this little interface here? This is actually how I'm capturing the video. I'm actually recording the preview screen. And the preview screen previews at full quality, so it's not an issue. If I can get one of them in a drop attack, that would be the best way, because I do have to drop down at some point here. But there's so many of them that it's not going to be fun. But, I'm not in this for fun. I'm in this for... Actually, I am in this for fun. Ah, shoot. No, no. Break lock-on when you're really getting in a bind, because that's the whole... Holy crap. Time to funnel them through. Oh, so the other one jumps out of the way, so I only get one at a time. You guys suck. You know that, you red-eyed freaks? Ow. Oh, shoot. Oh, they're blocking each other. What a bunch of noobs. They'll break free any second now, so BAM! Oh, are you kidding me? I went right past them? That sucks. So I am noticing one of the... Jeez. No, 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 no. Ah, I was out of blood vials. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. What a time to run out of blood vials. Unbelievable. I'm noticing my audio waveforms are a bit too loud, so I moved the microphone away from me. Hopefully that takes care of the problem. It does make me sound like I'm more distant, however. And I'm going to just talk through this entire loading screen, because you guys need to see some loading screens. Because Bloodborne loading screens are insane. And this is a long one. We just got PlayStation 4 System Update 2.51, which is supposed to improve stability and performance. After the initial update, it did the same thing it did last time, which is become super laggy, so I had to shut it down and restart it, and now it appears to be fine. Last time I had to shut down and restart multiple times, and then I actually had to change resolutions before it would finally work properly. Alright guys, well the good news is we don't need to take the long way around, so we can take the shortcut now that Mr. Gatling Gun Shooty Dude is dead. Notice this guy does not have the red eyes, so he's not as powerful as his red-eyed cousin. He doesn't hit as hard, and he has less health. I think he has less health. Yeah, less health. The bad thing about constantly doing these charged R2s is they drain a ton of stamina, so it's very easy to quickly run out of stamina doing these, and then that's really what was happening to me. Whoa, that was so close and yet not quite. Gosh dang it. Ah, I'm so out of stamina constantly. Do you see how ridiculous that is? He took me from about 3/4 of my health to near freaking 0 that fast. Just, I mean, some of this stuff is a little overdone. Okay, FromSoft, we get it. Difficulty, I get it. We all get it. Now, let's get a little more reasonable with it. I mean, having just a regular average enemy that you encounter many of be able to hit you in a series of attacks that drains 3/4 of your health bar is just a bit overdone, in my opinion. Is there somebody stuck in the environment? Yes, there is. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys got to see this, because it's it happens more often than it should. Now he's dead. Okay. Well, that's what it is. It is what it is. What else would it be but what it is? You can actually also hop down right here, and then boom, there you go. Shortcut to the ladder. You don't have to run around or run down the stairs or anything. Excuse me, get off the ladder. Get off the ladder. Okay, there we go. Get my health back, get my health back. Got it. Okay. No, get off the ladder. Get off the ladder. Okay. Now, the rifle spear does have some significant limitations I didn't realize in my previous experience with it because I hadn't used it enough. But one of the big issues we're noticing is that on several of the charged attacks, even while locked on, if the enemy even ever so slightly steps to the side, it's possible to just attack right next to them but not hit them. So the hitbox on the rifle spear's R2s, the two-handed R2s, possibly the one-handed as well, or the one form, the hitbox may be just a little too small for my tastes. I feel like it requires a little bit too much accuracy. Are you kidding me? See? This is ridiculous. This kind of crap right here is just so stupid. Okay, Tanimura. Little bit too much Tanimura in Bloodborne. And not enough Miyazaki. But, I mean, it might be Miyazaki, too. He might just be kind of losing his edge. Now, I guarantee I'm going to get a whole bunch of hate comments for having made those comments about Miyazaki, because some people worship him as a god. They have erected shrines in their homes to him. They bow down to him every morning. Now, I mean, he's great. He did a great job at Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and to some extent, for the most part, Bloodborne. I mean, he did great with Demon Souls and Dark Souls. They weren't perfect games, obviously. They had some issues. People pointed out that there were some issues with Demon Souls and Dark Souls that were never patched out. But at the same time, that was during an era, and this is not an excuse, it's just an explanation. I mean, people oftentimes confuse those two things. Oh, I guess we lost all of our echoes too, but whatever. Excuses are not explanations, and explanations are not necessarily excuses. Not necessarily is what I meant to say. So, the reason I think you didn't see like the stockpile Thomas duping glitch and whatnot patched out of Demon Souls and some of the other issues with Dark Souls is the fact, you see that right there? That is a little silly, how easy it is to shoot right past an enemy. Is because, hang on, there we go. This is this rifle spear is gonna require a lot more accuracy than it needs to. And for that, I think people are going to prefer the rifle spear less to other weapons that don't require nearly as much accuracy, like the Ludwig's Holy Blade. It's much easier to get the thrust attacks to hit your enemies because you don't need to be so accurate. So it might end up just being clearly inferior to Ludwig's Holy Blade, or Ludwig, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, guys. But this guy being able to nearly... I mean, I pretty much got one shot by the last guy like this because he cornered me and I couldn't get out. And there's really nothing you can do in that circumstance. And I couldn't really dodge because I was being endlessly pummeled and staggered. So, I mean, you guys saw it. You saw it live, so there's no denying it. But anyway, like I was saying about Demon Souls and Dark Souls, the reason that they weren't fully patched out is that was during an era when patches are extremely expensive, or were extremely expensive. There were rumors that patches cost as much as $50,000, $100,000 to get a patch through like PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. we don't know for sure. I don't know for sure unless you have some other compelling evidence to suggest otherwise. But this was the rumor. I'd heard this from a developer, someone I knew was a developer. I spoke with him directly. He told me, I wish I'd remembered the number. He told me either like 50,000 or 100,000 or something like that. And I don't have a reason to think he's lying. I can't necessarily prove that he's telling the truth, obviously. These are the red-eyed versions here. See, the health bar of an enemy when they're very, very near death, oh, come on, is nearly identical to the health bar of an enemy when they're dead. So let me get my stamina back here. Okay, there we go. Take care of that guy and hit these two for one special. Blood echoes retrieved. Not much though. Blood vials. Give me them blood vials. So it was understandable that developers might not want to patch out every tiny little thing one after another. Like they might wait a long time to try to figure out all the little errors that will pop up and then patch them out all at once so that the patch costs less money. Gosh darn it. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, FromSoft. Get with the program, guys. Come on. This is ridiculous. I mean, you guys are seeing this. I mean, the way this thing is able to miss is just unbelievable. I've never seen a weapon with so much missing ability. It can miss like nothing else, and I'm constantly getting hit by stuff that's not really touching me. And then these guys just constantly come one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. I mean, come on, FromSoft. That's so cheap. It is so ridiculously cheap, and it's so lazy, and it's literally the level of an amateur modder. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I could do that. I mean, I can copy-paste an enemy. Here, copy-paste, copy-paste. Enemy model, copy-paste, copy-paste, copy-paste. It's very lazy. I mean, I died, but I don't consider that challenge. I consider that difficulty for difficulty's sake. Let's make difficult for difficulty. That very lazy, very, you know, I guess developmentally or for a developer, immature difficulty. The kind of difficulty you would expect from other developers, not from some. Well, now you do. Now you expect it. Not only did we get it in Dark Souls 2, but now we're getting it in Bloodborne. So, unfortunately, those that thought that the Holy Father Miyazaki would come and resolve all of our problems and cure all the sins of Dark Souls 2 now know better. People kept telling me, oh, it's going to be great because it's Miyazaki. You don't need to worry about all that Dark Souls 2 stuff. I said, maybe. We'll see. People are like, oh, no, you know it's good. You know it's going to be good. It's Miyazaki. We can be sure. I said, we'll see. There's a reason why I said we'll see and didn't say yeah. Because now we see Miyazaki's not quite all the way there yet. Or all the way there anymore, is what I mean to say. What the heck? Where did that guy come from? But no, that's aggravating, and it's just frustrating, because it's like, really? You're going to put that crap in your game? I mean, you're going to make this amazing game, and then put that lazy, just sloppy, you know, such low-level design, such low-skill difficulty? Low skill is from a development point of view. Jeez, come on. Keep running out of stamina. I need more stamina. Alright. Yeah, we definitely want to get some more stamina at this point, so endurance is our next goal. Another thing, too, I'm glad I get a chance to talk about this right now. Darn it, I didn't mean to do that. Is the different approaches certain players will take. And one approach that some players take, and they kind of look highly upon themselves for doing it, like they kind of act all haughty for doing it, is that they take the approach of, well, if you died, it's your fault and it's your problem, and if you're blaming the game, it's just because you're bad and you suck at the game, and you just need to grow up and get better, get good. L2P, scrub. And, you know, once we get past all the immature, shallow memes and all that stuff, what you really get down to is two different ways of viewing games. You can view a game as, essentially, the way those people are viewing games, like it or not, whether they want to admit it, is they're viewing games as perfect creations, exactly the way they should be, exactly the way the developer wanted it to be. It's exactly designed, fine-tuned to every bit of balance and skill that the player character is allowed to have. Holy crap. And what I mean by that is, it's balanced for the game the way the game is presented. And it's exactly the way the game allows itself to be. I hit the dodge button, but I guess it didn't accept that input. Oh, accepted at that time. I might have had no stamina, so we'll see. There we go. I got my blood echoes back. So that's the first type of player. You know, the game is perfect the way it is. Accept it for its perfection. It's perfection. You do anything wrong, it's obviously your fault. The other type of player, which is me, and which I feel is your more mature, your intelligent player who, you know, realizes how the system works, is that games are made by imperfect people. I'm just hoping I could get the guy through the wall. Oh, he's way back there. Games are made by people. People are imperfect. To think that the game is perfect the way it is actually pretty naive. What you're essentially saying is that they made the game perfectly. They found perfect balance. There's no problems with the game, and there's nothing that really needs to be changed, you know, to make the game work the way it's supposed to. And that's, I mean, really, I mean, the reality of gaming should prove you wrong. I mean, you should be able to see that. Game after game after game comes out that has problems or glitches or bugs or design flaws, and one of the key things that one of the key things that reviewers talk about is whether a game's balance is appropriate. One example of a great example of a game that has terrible balance is Two Worlds. I was playing that on my stream almost like a joke because Two Worlds is just a terrible game. It's really bad, but jeez. There we go. It's just a really bad game for many reasons. And one of the biggest problems with it is you'll go from an early area of the game where you're killing stuff no problem, and suddenly you walk into the next area of the game and everything's ridiculously powerful and you can't even touch it. And it's just had significant balance issues. So what my point of this is, what my wandering thoughts are supposed to mean here as I just blabber on endlessly because I'm having trouble focusing, is that I don't assume that games are perfect. I don't assume that the game's designed exactly the way it should be or could be. I assume that all games are imperfect, that all games are imperfect because they're made by imperfect human beings, and that most games may have some balance issues here or there, or may have some control issues, or glitches, or bugs, or just oversights from the developers. And that's one of the reasons why I don't subscribe to this belief of, well, if you died, it's your fault. Maybe, but at the same time, maybe not. It depends, and it also depends on what you mean by your fault. Did you put the inputs in that caused that? Well, maybe, maybe not. But at the same time, did the game give you the tools that you needed to succeed? Did the game throw a level of challenge or difficulty at you that was appropriate for what you would be expected or be reasonably expected to be able to do, given the control the game gives you, given the skill level you would be expected to have at that point, like how much experience you've had with the game. For example, putting an extremely difficult boss at the beginning is just a dumb thing to do. Because, I mean, you may think, ha ha ha, we're killing the player, we make the player see how difficult our game is. What you're really doing is discouraging the player and frustrating the player. You should be putting in enemies and bosses in areas that increase in challenge as the player progresses through the game. Now, no game's going to be perfect. You're not going to have every single area be marginally more difficult than the last in perfect succession, but as long as you're aiming for that and working hard to make that happen, you'll do a much better job than a developer who just kind of haphazardly throws stuff together and, you know, makes every level be whatever it is. I think I've already come to this point, so now I got to figure out where to go from here. Also, once you learn the the pattern of many enemies, you'll realize that you can pull what I like to call now the epic name bro strategy, which if you watch his playthrough, it's essentially walk up to the enemy, then walk around to the enemy's back, because the enemy is going to be attacking forward at you. That's how a lot of these enemies respond, which is okay. I'm fine with that. But at the same time, I kind of feel like almost too many of them are doing that. So, on the one hand, I'm complaining that some stuff is too difficult. On the other hand, I'm complaining that some stuff is not difficult enough. That's called critique. It may not always be right, but it's still critique. You don't have to be right. You don't have to be 100% correct to give critique. So, yeah, I gotta figure out where I'm supposed to be going from here. What am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be going? Don't make me look up a walkthrough on the internet's live. Well, I guess this isn't technically live, but I'm recording this and it's going to go live. Actually, hang on a minute. I have never jumped down here. Okay, this is exciting. I've never been here. What is this? What could I possibly be getting myself into? Special items? Yes, indeed. It's true. Special stuffs. How did you die over there? What killed you over there, my friend? What killed you over there? Rafters. It's like Anorlando from Dark Souls. For those of you that are watching Bloodborne having no Souls experience, let me say that, first of all, the previous Souls games will make you feel a little frustrated because they operate quite a bit slower and you don't have as much control of your character. So if you haven't yet played any of the Souls games or Bloodborne, please start with one of the Souls games. Here's what I recommend. Play Demon Souls first, then play Dark Souls, then play Bloodborne. Now some of you are thinking, well, what about, wait a minute, where does Dark Souls 2 fit in? It doesn't. Don't play Dark Souls 2. I say that tongue-in-cheek, but I'm also somewhat serious. Honestly, if you play Demon Souls, then play Dark Souls, then play Bloodborne, and then go to Dark Souls 2, or even Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, I think many of you will come to the same conclusion that I have, that Dark Souls 2 is really just a disappointment. I don't see how to put it any other way. I don't know if I needed to jump that, but I did. I've never been up here. Bloody Messenger head bandage. Oh, so, well, there you go. The two pre-order bonuses you could have gotten in the game are both available in the game. One is rather early on, apparently. The other, the top hat, I forgot where I picked that one up, but I did pick it up. I am opposed to pre-orders. I don't know if you know that, but I am. I'm going to make a video relatively soon here about why I hate pre-orders so much and why I think it's bad for the industry. And it's going to go on my main channel, FoxeoGames. There's a link to my main channel in the description of this video, so go down there, click that link. It'll take you to the main page. You can click subscribe and be a subscriber. There's also going to be a link at the end of this video. Shoot. What the heck? Where do you want me to go from here, FromSoft? You want me to fall all the way down there and take that much damage? Is there nowhere else I can go to not take that massive amount of damage? Wait a minute, is that a raptor? Let's find out. Yes, it is. Holy crap, look at that. It gave me a way out. That was pretty cool. Okay, I figured they were going to give me a way out of taking that much damage, because that would have been a lot of harm come to me, falling that far down. I'm going to try to do a better job this time paying attention to how much time has elapsed, because last time, unfortunately, we made it to like just over an hour until I realized, oops, we're supposed to make these 45 minutes each, approximately. Really 40 to 50 minutes is my goal. That gives me a 10-minute leeway, so I got what I'd like to refer to as the spring. I can stretch it out a bit, I can shorten it up a bit, you know, I can make a 40-minute video or a 41-minute video, I could make a 50-minute video or a 49-minute video. So it gives me some leeway. Now, a lot of people have asked me recently, and for a variety of reasons, what are your opinions of Bloodborne? And you know what? You don't even have to ask me. Just wait till the end of this video, and at the end of this video, there'll be a clickable annotation link to my Bloodborne, or Fox Seriously Reviews Bloodborne video. That's a video where I take a serious look at reviewing a game. That's my serious review series, just like it says. So I seriously review something, I take it seriously, I treat it seriously. Then there's my Fox Kinda Reviews series, where I have fun, like I use comedy and humor to partially review a game. It's kind of a review, but at the same time it's mainly about the comedy. And that will remind you more of, I'm trying to think of someone else on YouTube that does something similar. I don't necessarily do like angry comedy. It's not Angry Video Game Nerd. It's not like that. I don't know. I can't think of anyone that does it quite like me. Actually, I would say it might be a more tame, a more kind of... what's the word for it that won't sound insulting? A more... tame is the right word. Maybe a more tame version of a JonTron type review. Some silly moments, some kind of ridiculous stuff in there, but it doesn't get to the point where JonTron gets to, where he just goes all out sometimes. He gets super silly sometimes. I hold back a bit. And it's for the best. If I gave you my all, you just wouldn't be able to handle it, guys. See? That right there, that's going to aggravate me to no end. Constantly going right to the side of an enemy on that R2. Yeah, see that right there? Where I run into the enemy and then I kind of curve around it to hit it, or to not hit it. That's annoying, and that kind of needs to stop. So that's a flaw with how that works. Because when I'm doing that attack, I shouldn't really be pushing into an enemy, curve around it, and then strike, because that's pretty much guaranteeing I'm going to miss. And if you have an attack that's constantly just barely missing, I can guarantee you without even having to quote any studies that annoys gamers. So one thing for me is I'm very passionate about making sure developers are aware of what gamers find annoying. Because way too often I find that developers are putting stuff in that's just plain annoying instead of fun. Challenge can be fun as long as you don't make it annoying. And sometimes they just push it. They push it past the limit. A great example of that is Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 takes it way, way past challenge. And it's well into the realm of frustrating, annoying. I mean, I know so many people that have actually told me this on Twitter, too. You can look through my Twitter replies from people, or people that have tweeted me, just saying, you know, Fox, I'm tired of Dark Souls 2. I can't even finish this game. It's just too frustrating. Or they'll be like, gosh, this game annoys the heck out of me sometimes. Or I'm so sick of this game. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking. I am so totally lost. I can't figure out how to complete this area. It's probably something so stupidly obvious that I'll feel embarrassed when I figure it out. But look at me, just wandering around like a moron. I'm going to have to look this up because I don't want to wander around aimlessly forever here. Right in front of you guys. I've completed pretty much all of the area that I can find. And I can't figure out where I go next. So I've been through this area. Comes out on that other side. Then you can open up that door and go up the ladder, which comes back up here. So that's where that ladder leads to. You could go this way. I could go this way towards the rifle spear, but if I remember correctly, I've already followed that whole path. And it doesn't really take you anywhere. I wonder, could I run and jump to that? I could. Actually, is there something back there? Hang on, hang on. Let me try something here. I don't know if this will work or not. Ah, no, it didn't. I think there's an invisible wall right there. Actually, oh shoot. Went off that edge without looking down first. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea in Souls games. Yeah, this area. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in this area. I think this area is pretty much a dead end, if I remember correctly. Or not dead end, but it just takes me back to where I started. Wake up, peoples. Okay, that's the patrol right there. What I'm worried about now is if I go over here and fight, will I wake up those three guys back there? Because I really don't want to. Gotcha. Yep. Okay, so now I know. And knowing is half the battle. According to G.I. Joe. Gotcha. Oh, I got him. Oh, shoot. Now it's time to funnel him through the doorway. Come on, through the doorway. Booyah. Got you all. Y'all. That's such a weird phrase. Y'all. Alright. Hang on, guys. I gotta pick this up real quick. Okay, now we can get back to fighting. No, no, no. Don't you touch me during that. I was grabbing something. I'm pretty sure that that slash attack right there has a little tiny bit of phantom range where it hits you without actually making a physical connection on your screen. That was the big issue with Dark Souls 2. Well, not the big issue, but a big issue. Was just massive hitbox or hit detection issues in that game. I mean, stuff in Dark Souls 2 would hit you and not even be close to your character. Big issue in that game. Big issue. And, you know, people like to say, well, it's been fixed now. It's been fixed. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. No, not even close to fixed. It hasn't been fixed at all. It's not going to get fixed. People say, well, how do you know that, Fox? Well, one dead giveaway, I've talked about this before, is when a developer won't even talk about a problem, when a developer won't even admit a problem exists in their game. That's their way of saying, we're not going to fix it. I remember this is now. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Now you're going to trap me? There we go. That plunge attack didn't hit him. What a bunch of baloney. Are you coming after me or not, buddy? Because I'm coming after you. Okay. Yeah, so the rifle spear is quickly becoming the top of my list for most annoying weapon. It misses way too often. Way too often. Alright, well, let's follow the rest of this path, which actually is going to take me right back to where I was. I hope you guys can forgive me, but I am going to have to look this up because I'm so confused as to how to complete this area where I got to last time. Not really sure what it wants me to do, where it wants me to go. I'm okay with the fact that they built these enemies so that you couldn't R1 spam all of them. Like that guy right there. If you just try to rapidly hit R1, he will actually break out of it. You can't stagger him endlessly and he'll start hitting you, which he just did to me. I hear something moving around somewhere. We've already been all over this area, and this is the beginning. I kind of want to go back and use my blood echoes. Let's do that. Let's go back and use my blood echoes. And while I wait for the load screen, sorry, you saw my little you saw the little user interface pop up. Anytime I drag my mouse cursor over this preview window, that interface pops up, and it breaks the immersion, man. It breaks the immersion. Let's see what's this? What's down here? Is this the way we got in here originally? Yes, it is. Okay. That is not the path. Breaking stuff. Alright, let's head back. And I'm going to look up where to go from here. Alright guys, I was totally missing an obvious little pathway. I don't know why, but that happens to me sometimes. Like, I'll walk by the same pathway over and over and over again, and I'm sure people watching were like, oh my gosh, Fox, how can you not see that? Are you blind? The answer is no, I'm not blind. I don't know. I just didn't see it. What can I say? We only need one bloodstone shard to upgrade this again, so yep, we're gonna make a quick trip. That and the fact I want to grab a few health vials, because I wasted a whole bunch on those hunters. Yeah, we got 64 out of 99. We used to have 87. So let's make a health vial, or blood vial rather. Let's make a blood vial run. Alright, Central Yarnum. Love the way this place looks right now. I love this lighting. It's the best of the lighting. Oh, shoot. I forget, this isn't as long as I would prefer it to be. Yeah, we're going to leave that joke unstated from here on. Because there's an obvious joke in there somewhere. I got a little bit of my health back, but not all of it. I should have waited before popping that blood bullet. And we run in here, even though this does slow the run down a bit, I run in there for the quicksilver bullets. You only get 4, but still, I mean, you get some, so that's kind of cool. Nice try, buddy. Get out of here. You too. Okay, I think that went right through him. Let's try that again. Oh, I hate this move. Jeez. There we go. I am not sure if the timing is different with the rifle spear. It certainly feels different. Or it might just be I'm treating it differently, but whatever. We'll handle it however we need to. Then, like I said before, switch over to the Hunter's Axe in the two-handed form. Stand back here so you can run across this plate. We've gone over how to do this health or blood vial run. Send the elevator back up. Run up these stairs. I'm not doing this at the fastest speed possible, but eventually you guys will figure it out. You'll get through this really quickly. And then focus on Torch Dude. Boom. There you go. Or you can wait for the fireball to kill them all, but that may take a while and it may not get them all. See, we got some extra quicksilver bullets. That's nice. Get Mr. Shield Face. Nice blood vials. You can also get additional blood vials that don't come from the main guys if you get lucky and some of the other dudes just happen to drop them. This slows you down, but you can try to sneak up on them and get a backstab. It's easy with this weapon because you move so quickly and so far with it. So far, really. Not even the speed. It's just the distance you can cover with the weapon is incredible. With the charged R2. There we go. So that is one big advantage of the weapon. You can really cover some good distance after charging your R2. Now, you've completed the run, so you either use a bold hunter's mark if you want to, or run up to this lamp and go back. Bold hunter's mark is faster because you don't have to run up there. Alright, the other reason the bold hunter's mark is faster is it does not send you back to the hunter's dream. Instead, it sends you immediately back to the lamp that you'll start back at, which is the Central Yarnum lamp. Okay, and I'm very, very stupidly doing this run with 12,000 blood echoes, so I just hope I don't die. This guy can drop something for you as well. And as I said before, whether you come in here or not is up to you. But, gosh darn it, I shouldn't have done the R2. That was my fault. I come in here because I want the bullets. So, really, that's the only reason I come in here. If you get lucky, you'll get 4 bullets from him, and this dude will drop you some blood vials, like he did right there. So that was not a waste of time. I'm going to stay, see, they're both coming at us. That's the worst case scenario, because dealing with them both is difficult because you'll get an interrupt on one, but then the other will immediately knock you out of it. I hate that move so much. Oh gosh, I hit the wrong button. Take that. Now I'm going to have to contend with both of them. There we go, got it. Got it. Oh, come on now. There we go. Not sure what I got wrong on that other one. I think that was the game messing up, not me. There we go. Now we're sending them into storage. Nice, nice, nice. Lots of blood vials. Switch over to the axe for crowd control. Go down on the elevator. Always stand back. Wait for that switch, run across and send it back up so you don't need to wait for it when you come back to complete this run all over again. I'm going to try to get some bloodstone shards from those two dudes that are up here, but we'll see how it goes. That guy's been surviving lately. I don't like that. Oh, no! I got hit. We're good, though. We're good. Just lowered our health is all. Oh, nice! Got plenty of blood vials to cover the way I just so stupidly got hit, like an idiot. Oh, come on. I think he hit me right as I came out of the animation. I know in Dark Souls 2, it was possible to get hit immediately coming out of an animation that you couldn't control. So it was possible to be in a scenario where you're like guaranteed to get hit and there's nothing you can do about it. It wasn't a major issue though, so whatever, you know. Gotcha. Come on, Bloodstone Shard. Give me a shard. Gosh darn it. We'll try one more, and if that doesn't work, I'll do these farms until I get it, and then I won't make you guys watch. I know some of you like to watch, but I won't make you watch. Alright. Well, guys, I do apologize. It looks like we're not going to make it to a boss in this run, but hey, you know, it is what it is, and we do what we do. And you guys watch me because you know I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the whiz. What's that from, guys? Somebody tell me. Somebody has to know. Although I think based on the average age of people in my audience here on YouTube, that's gonna probably go unnoticed by most of the people watching this. It's a reference to something that wouldn't necessarily apply to you if you're significantly younger than me. Oh, gosh darn it. I have no idea what just happened. I swear I hit the attack button, but I guess I hit dash inadvertently. What the heck? This is what I'm talking about. Not being able to get there because one guy's... Jeez. This is why putting them together so close is kind of not cool. Got it. And thankfully, unlike that stupid... Oh my gosh, that was some weird button lag there. Unlike Dark Souls 2, there's no delay between when you do the interrupt. Well, there's really very, very little delay between when you interrupt and when you can visceral. Whereas in Dark Souls 2, they had this really, really stupid delay between the parry and the riposte. You couldn't riposte immediately. So oftentimes, even if you got the parry, I mean, you just wouldn't be able to get the riposte because there's other enemies around going to attack you. And so instead of being able to jump right into the riposte, you can't. You just got to back out and give up. Just so many examples of why Dark Souls 2 was the worst of the series, including this game, obviously. And a great example of how not to do a Souls game. Maybe it would be better for me to stick with it, and gosh darn it, I got on the wrong side. Totally my fault. I can't blame the game for that. But I think they're rather clever. They'll have that ball so that it gets so far to one side that there's pretty much no way you can avoid it. Like, if you're too far to one side, it's all the way right to the edge. Gotcha. In midair, too. Take him down in mid-flight. Actually, although I hate the idea of having it in a single hand, because it just seems off to have a spear in one hand, the faster jab attack may actually be more preferable for me based on my playstyle. I might be... Oh, shoot. Ah, darn it. Oh, man. That didn't work out in my favor. There we go. Come on, give me a bloodstone shard. Give me... Ah, no one wants to give me a shard. Whoops, I should not have used that right now. No point in using that. Alright guys, when next we meet, I will have farmed this until I get a shard. And until then, I will see you guys next time for the next edition of Bloodborne, the Rifle Spear playthrough. This has been episode number 4, so I'll see you in episode number 5. Make sure to follow me on my FoxeoGames channel. There's a link in the description and a link after this, and you can check out my Bloodborne serious review if you want to. Later, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'm Fox, and this is Foxeo Plays, my Let's Play channel, so make sure to subscribe to this channel, as well as my FoxeoGames primary channel, where I have a ton of awesome stuff like reviews, comedy reviews, and commentaries. You can click the lower right icon that says FoxeoGames to subscribe there. I'm also on Twitter. I love keeping up with you guys on Twitter, so please follow me there. Create an account if you don't have one. Follow me and a bunch of other cool people. That's where I can keep up with you much more easily than anywhere else. And you can click one of these two videos if you want to check them out. They're both from my primary channel at FoxeoGames. I will see you guys next time.